Ciao, se ti piacciono i miei video iscriviti al canale. Hi Peter, welcome back on Qui Recensioni Fan, the most followed page by Italian Queen fans and not only. It's a big pleasure to have you here for a second time. How are you, Peter?
I'm very well, and hi. I love you too, Roberta. Hi.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
You too, thank you.
Merry Christmas. And
Merry Christmas! I'm always ready for you.
oh, you've got his ring. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, Peter.
Salute.
Do you remember how to say in Italian cheers is chin chin? Chin chin.
What?
Chin chin in Italian.
Chin chin, yes.
I know your new work, Late Night Taxi Dancer, is coming out on 11 December in digital and CD on Cherry Records.
Yes, and I got it. This is the digital look, but that's digital. I'll send you a copy because that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't wait to have one copy signed by you. I'm waiting. Would you like to tell us something more about this new release? For example, why you have chosen to remix this song over others, and could you tell us the story of this song, please?
I chose to release this because when we first did it, before I recorded it, I used to perform it, and Michael Allison, who is my record producer, he wrote it, and I think it's the most wonderful song. It's just I think, and I liked it, and I always liked it. And the story of the song, which he found out, which he knew about, was that the title "Late Night Taxi Dancer" is really about women who in America used to go into clubs or into halls or dance halls, and they would teach the men, teach them how to dance, and they would partner them. So it was a form of, I suppose, of getting paid for money. Not for sex.
No.
It could be now. It could be now, but not for sex. But it was a way that they would go and earn money, and if they had their children or whatever it is, they would go and put them down in the corner there, and they would dance with the person. So I suppose it could be the precursor of lap dancing. Now I don't know. I've just made that up. So I don't know, but that was the whole idea of it, and it's just it's a lovely, it's a great song, and it's also I love the tune, and I love the sentiment of it. Of it's later meeting a girl and going out with her, and she just wants to dance, and so you meet her, but she's carrying on with her business. She's got to earn her money, so she's going to teach other people to dance, other men to dance and everything. So that's what it is, and I like and then decided to try and do it in a different way. So I said to carry on promoting the box set, this one. I just said, well, I said I want to do this, and let's do it in a different way. So last year I worked with Andy Bell from Erasure, and I've been listening to some of his stuff that he'd done, and so I decided we would just do it in this slightly electronic way, and that's what we did. So Michael laid down a basic track, and I went home, and Dylan Wynne Davis, who does my sound personally, he came in with microphone and his computers, and I did a track to it, sent it off, and Michael then built the track around my voice.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and I redid the vocals. So the vocals are new, which is just good sound. That's all.
Yeah, good, very good sound. I like it. Amazing. Bye bye baby, goodbye.
Bye baby, bye bye. Baby, bye bye.
Okay, Peter. Now, if you want, I have some few questions for you. Okay? You know my followers love Freddie Mercury a lot, and So, if I could talk a little bit about you and him, it will be cool for my followers. A rumor has been around for a long time, telling a very special fact. It said that a company sends gift every year for Christmas, until today, at the behest of Freddie. This news has been published in an English newspaper last year. Do you know anything about this? Have you ever received some gift from Freddie after he's gone? I must admit, I'm quite skeptical.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Not for me. I was not involved with this. I don't know. It doesn't sound real, but who knows? People make up things. People just make things up. I don't know. No.
No, okay,
No.
okay.
I'm not. I'm Italian. No.
Exactly.
Okay, next question. As we know, both have wonderful voices. Have you ever thought about doing a duet with Freddie? Does it exist in some official work? If not, what do you think was the reason?
Well, thinking back, but at the time he was Queen, and at the time it was things have changed a lot since 1980, whatever it is, and it wasn't Queen, even if I remember, even as a band, weren't doing things with other people then.
Yeah.
Since that time, a lot of change. We talked about doing things together. We used to sing together in his house, like when we were crazy. But a few drinks, a few champagne and stuff like that. Nights of heavy singing, and screeching away, singing. That was, which is lovely. But we never did it. It's sort of, it would have been a great idea. I would have loved to have thought we would do it. Never happened. I'm sorry it didn't happen, but that's life.
Last question, Peter. Last question. I need just a little answer from you. Please, just a little. We know that I'm Going Slightly Mad came to life by both of you. Would you like to tell us something about that night in Garden Lodge, working on that amazing piece of art, please?
It's quite difficult because it wasn't like working.
Yeah.
So it was just he just came up with this idea and told me what it was, and told us, a few of us, what he was doing, and it just happened, and it wasn't so. I don't call it work. It's just something that just came out of the sky, and that was our decision. So I wish I could make it more exciting.
Yeah.
But I can't. It was just one of those. It's like people just talking and sitting around, having a few drinks, and then ideas come and go. And it was. I remember certain things about it, but it's so fleeting. It's so like that. It wouldn't make any difference to anybody really, because it's just like. So it doesn't. It's a great title, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can say on Mr. Mercury's behalf, and I will call him Mr. Mercury now, he came up with some great titles all through his career, all through his songs. And when I first started to record with him, he was the one, and he inspired me really, or he encouraged me to write my own songs. And he used to say, "Come up with a good title." And that's half the things, because we used to talk and drink and things, and we used to say terrible things and outrageous things, and then he'd write something down, and that was a title. And I learned that a little bit, but I mean, I don't do. I mean, he's Freddie Mercury. I mean, I don't write that much or anything at all. I just carry on.
Okay, Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you for your words, for your wonderful memories. And I invite all my followers to not lose the chance to listening and having your new release, Late Night Taxi Dancer. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Bye, bye, baby. Good.
They can find it, I've been told, on my website, www.peterstraker.com. And it's downloaded. They download it, digital downloads.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've shown. And I say, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Ciao.
Bye bye, Peter. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Bye, bye, baby Roberta. Bye.
Peter, feel free to come back wherever you want. My door is always open.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye, Roberta.